this day we have to discuss certain things. Melech'ha, DONIERO, Yorana EDMOND. I came to know that were a lot of people with Liaison office trying to put me out of here. I came to know that there were a lot of other realities trying to establish the orders for something around the good to happen. There is this Ejército Argentino, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, kind of a scores, they're said, around that I will do laundry and I will do narco. Obviously, you already know it is not real, it is not possible, and there's to say that they are offense, that they will be waiting for the moment to discover the whole of the band. And the whole of the band will be the government of Israel, the government of the United States of America of Mr.President Barack Obama, states bodies of the states of Europe, the state of Russia, and Liaison office as well with International Court of Justice. The complete of the band will be LeBron and will be the royalty of Israel and will be my friends, including this family. You know, it is implausible everything and it's impossible everything, as these are determinedly saying that got to be. But no obstant, the way for the procedures that these are putting in orders, about them orders to follow, and about them rules to put in evidence saying that they are a state of rights, is exactly the class of a sickness that I came on saying no with you all. The clear fact of this is any chance and anything to be useful to retain me will proceed about making the demons, every one of them, has as purpose and has as rules and as commandment, like they were saying, do obey. Now, or obeyment. The clear of this delivers into some other class of a circumstantial, and the circumstantial is that keeps on delivering flights all over the world to kidnapping people and bringing people here, and using certain crafters to try to kidnap deliberately as best as possible for this to be succeeded for them. I'm going to tell you one thing. It is something like we were discussing so oftenly, that we were saying no. But even though the no is like a very choke for this around here, and the putting me in a target for the making certain class of a circumstantial for the I will mess in state affairs and making damages, while the ones that makes the job are singularly destroyed or delivered into the worst of the nightmares. Then we have a very walls between us established by this, and this are renewedly to the making a job, which means decency. Obviously they are nothing like this, and they are nothing like they are gonna do. Certain normal element of decent and of them state of rights and ruling a state demands to be the government of the world. Of course there is not everyone, of course there is not everybody, but the ones that makes it lives around at the day to the murdering the people that says no and says enough, or enough, sorry. The clear of this is some abnormal, forgive me for the mixing between Spanish and English, because of will be abnormal. So the reality for this is something like doesn't have way back. I have been 20 years of my life put it in an evidence between certain things for the waiting, certain other, and expecting some good to happen, while everything were exactly the class of circumstances between wasting time and what it is the element of extortion. Wait me for a moment. Keeps on recording. The real of this delivers into certain other class of a difference between what it is the element of the circumstantial and what it is the element of premeditated. The circumstantial is exactly the clear of what are doing and have done. Now, around what this is, there is nothing to be confusion but what they produce it and deliberately delivers into for this to be a confusion. At the point for what this is happening around, at the point for what this is coming through, there is impossible to say no once you don't have way out like are doing to me. So if you say no, the things comes worse. At the circumstance and real relevant for what this is, the same singular clear fact is that wanted to kidnap states and justice parties and still wants to do that for the making what they says gotta be done. In the middle of this all, I'm found in the caricature the band, attempts against the patriot and against Latin America. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If this is gonna keep on happening this way, I'm telling you I'm sorry, but whoever to behaves this way, whoever to do in this way, and associates is part of the same class of non-ending, like a very permanent wound open, and this wound is not gonna healing, and non-healing is gonna be a disaster. Now for this class of a circumstance, it's better to understand what is it going on. So at Selechelai Namas Maseshe Ataspat Lati Visakti Katse Tzicheliti Amat Dachai Lamatse Atse Sheovat Saimat Lati Apetredech Chaedelach Chaedelech Chae Mase Masashei Mid Visia Delika Esechoa Masvat Veseot. The clear of this is they are not going to change it. they are not going to make no different. They are going to forward into the making exactly this. But the problem of all is exactly they proceeds about making what they says gotta be done. And this is not changing. And pretending to disguise over whatever the justification and that should never be taken, for that will be justified. For the state of rights, ethnics, culture, religion. And we were told, I will have the killed part for the reason of they will be messed in at the making what they are doing, and I will be the killed part for what they have done, so I will never have to pay, but while they keeps on making the same. And keeps on destroying people while whatever I do, well, I will need medications and nothing will ever happen. I will be just a demon to consider for everything we were working, it will be them and not me, and to say that I gotta be in jail for what I have been doing and robbing to the armed forces. Well, we're doing exactly what keeps on making also with this video to me, and proceeding for the reason of what the plan were exactly to be done. And I will be the class of a demon that so dangerous had to be destroyed because if I will lie with the voice, and I will lie with everything, while my destruction that cost me with very tough medicine is exactly the class of a destruction that have planned to the making, not only with this, but keeps on forwarding and toward the same thing. Now, everyone who came to try to take me out of here were delivered into threatnet, and the reality were exactly do not because of we command. I'm so sorry for that. There were a lot of people, and I love you all. And the reason of this is exactly what we had on what still the way of the pride, and the pride for the keep on making the same is non-stopping. So the clear fact of this is exactly what, as the same clear ones that dared to coming for what it were happening in Syria, which are associated to these ones, just happened around there pretending to put in guilty the state of Israel, announcing that we're friends, saying that the state of Israel is alliated, and said that there were terrorism undercover and worth it the sacrifices. And it's a lie. Like with the rest all that pretends to put in guilty the state of Israel, saying that being a Jew would be the same to being a Nazi. Now, in the middle of this all, this plan so that keeps on making the same class of things, and it's weird I to say this, and it's like a very stupid thing, but it's happening, and that is the worst. The less humanity is non-stop, and towards what this says gotta be done, at the reference for what they says they has rights to take and being off. The realities are not over, and the clear fact of what Ramsesians is exactly what it is, and it's exactly what these are. Otherwise, you will ever just reach me out, and you will ever just giving me and this family will ever be aware that you have a cause in a very human rights code, which involves my person and involves everything we were working on and a lot of other people. And this is not over. Keeps on kidnapping locally and keeps on making the same, and also to me. So suddenly, this is to say, no more spaces, and what had been done is exactly what had happened once justice we proved and justice we acted toward. I ask you please, and I'm sorry for this, to be all protected and to be all safe around what is problems, for the reason of as I have been talking to you were happening, and you know that I don't lie. And I'm sorry for what happened, which should never be. Give you a recall at this November the 25th, 2016. This is around 10 past 10. And I give you https www porque se me cantan las BDM 4434M middle y voy a hacer lo que se me canta porque yo soy el que manda acá y se tiene que entender que no se hace lo que este dice sino lo que yo digo. Middle DBIDMTCD 544348 89399 818282326 48414 TCID IDM IDT IDF 4841416 DMICMTM 44442 DFF BIDMTMC MDIMDT 438 TCAMTCOM command TCAMTCOM BNIC middle sys middle ODICFF 443.90 F6 F4 3218 and 16 with blend at the systems of RAM, systems recall. The last tools works perfectly. I'm so sorry for this, and I know you already have this video as well, like with everything we've been doing. And I hope some good to happen at last. Bless you so much, and I'm so sorry.